It is our duty and our honor to keep them alive in memory. For those who come after us.
I serve my queen because I want to serve my queen. Because I believe in her.
This is Nathalie Emmanuel, who rose to prominence after playing Missandei, the trusted advisor, interpreter, and handmaiden to Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, and she's the voice of Deet, one of several gelflings facing off against the Skeksis in the Dark Crystal prequel series, The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. Originally a shy person outside of her family, Nathalie was encouraged at a young age by her mom to get into performing arts, singing, dancing, and acting. Her first big job came when she was just 10 years old as a young version of Nala in a West End production of The Lion King. Some years later, Nathalie ended up leaving school a little early at 17 years old when she got a series regular part on the soap opera Hollyoaks as Sasha Valentine, appearing in nearly 200 episodes.
She didn't make me forget him, did it? And now I've wrecked our friendship, so yeah, it's worse than bad.
She got to do a lot of classic soap opera stuff, getting into fights, laying in a hospital bed, falling prey to drugs and prostitution, pretty much an acting roller coaster for 3 years. Then after an episode of Misfits, as a girl dating someone with the unfortunate superhuman ability to split into two people with different personalities, and a brief role in her first feature film 28K, Nathalie joined the cast of Game of Thrones as Missandei, starting out as a slave who's eventually freed by Daenerys Targaryen, joining her ranks and supporting her claim to the Iron Throne. Missandei's experience as a slave was also shared by Grey Worm, the leader of the Unsullied Army, and their relationship served as a major story arc in later episodes, until she was, unfortunately, spoiler alert, beheaded by Queen Cersei. During her 6 years as Missandei, Nathalie somehow found time to join 2 huge film franchises. In 2015, she got to play more of a weathered, aggressive type as Harriet, a resistance fighter in the Maze Runner series. That same year, she joined the Fast and Furious crew as Ramsey, a computer genius who can hack into pretty much anything.
If you can get me into that wheelhouse, I can tap the network and counter-hack Cypher.
And more recently, she returned to the small screen sporting an American accent as Maya in the romantic comedy miniseries 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Because if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
The cool thing about being on Game of Thrones is that you were on Game of Thrones. Nathalie Emmanuel will always have a place in Hollywood just from being a crucial part of one of the most popular television shows of all time. But that's really only half the equation. It still takes talent, tenacity, and an obvious passion for the craft of performing. It's clear that Nathalie Emmanuel checks all of those boxes and much, much more. This is Kit Harington. Has anybody else heard of this guy? Well, we at IMDb are really big on research, and we found out that he plays a scruffy guy, John, Jeffrey something on Throne Games.
This is Jon Snow.
Which seems like a cool show that a lot of people like, but the show's pretty much over at this point and people don't like that. But they like him. He's a good actor. Kit's first major acting job was on stage, and it came when he was attending the Central School of Speech and Drama. From 2008 to 2009, he played the pivotal role of Albert in a UK production of the play Warhorse.
He's so Joey the army, Joey, it's my horse.
Young man!
Then in 2011 came Game of Thrones. Kit nailed his audition and began playing Jon Snow, who's introduced as the bastard son of a highborn family and one of the lead characters of the series.
No bastard was ever refused a seat there. So take me with you when you go back. Jon, Father will let me if you ask him. I know he will.
Kit fits right into the underdog hero archetype perfectly. In a nuanced fantasy world where most characters have shades of both good and evil, Jon Snow has been an easy character to root for. But Kit has somehow found the time to do other projects outside of Westeros. His first film role came in 2012 as Vincent, a conflicted antagonist and romantic interest to the main character in a sequel to Silent Hill. Then in 2014 alone, he appeared in 4 feature films, all of which seem to echo elements of Game of Thrones. Considering his experience with a sword, he was perfect for the role of Milo, a gladiator in ancient Rome who finds himself in the middle of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in Pompeii. He had a brief supporting role in the fantasy film Seventh Son, trying to capture a witch that turns into a dragon. He voiced Eret, a dragon trapper in How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Soil my bridges.
And his subtle dramatic work came in handy in the World War I romantic drama Testament of Youth.
Vera, let's agree.
No more fear.
Also worth mentioning, the following year, Kit had his first comedic role as the dim-witted tennis champion Charles Poole in 7 Days in Hell.
Get off of me, man! Get off of me! Get off of me, dude, bro! Yeah, I'll see you on the court, mate, dude! Get off!
Then after an action movie, MI5, and the period drama Brimstone, Kit co-created and starred in the miniseries Gunpowder, based on the attempted assassination of Kit's real-life paternal ancestor, King James I. Oddly enough, Kit played Robert Catesby, his maternal relative who led the assassination attempt.
I will not bow my head to any man whose flesh and blood carries no more divinity than mine own. Silence!
More recently, in addition to starring in the drama The Death and Life of John F. Donovan, Kit returned to theater as one of the lead characters in Sam Shepard's True West. He even puts on an American accent.
He started pouring forth his vast knowledge of cinema.
With Game of Thrones behind him, Kit Harington has established himself as the quintessential leading man. And whether he pursues more dramatic work in film and television, or surprises us with something different, it'll be exciting for audiences everywhere to see what else he can do.
Promise! Go back there right now! Promise, say it!
I promise if you...
No, say it! Promise!
This is Olivia Cooke, an actress known for her dramatic performances in Bates Motel, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Ready Player One, and she plays Queen Hightower in the Game of Thrones prequel series House of the Dragon. While studying drama in England, Olivia got her first on-screen role in the BBC miniseries Blackout as Meg, a daughter dealing with her dysfunctional, alcoholic father.
Some of the states you've seen me and we drink.
Never gonna drink. Bad news.
She followed that up with a significant role in another miniseries, The Secret of Crickley Hall, as a teacher at an orphanage for World War II evacuees who is horrified to discover abuse from the staff.
You don't have to instill fear to get respect.
Shortly after, Olivia's first big break came with her American debut as Emma, a bright young girl with cystic fibrosis who befriends a nice, quiet young man named Norman Bates, who's for sure not a budding psychopath, in the series Bates Motel.
They think I killed her.
I think you did too, Norman.
And she received critical acclaim for her honest and vulnerable performance as Rachel, a high schooler facing a battle with leukemia in the Sundance favorite Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
I'm the one who has to suffer through this, not you, so don't yell at me.
And after wrapping up Bates Motel in 2017, Olivia had a chance to play her own version of a psychopath as Amanda, an emotionally devoid young girl who conspires to kill her friend's stepfather in the dark comedy Thoroughbreds.
Well, that's a funny thing, actually. I really don't.
Don't what?
Feel anything.
The following year, Olivia got the chance to work with Steven Spielberg when she played Samantha, who, through her in-game avatar Artemis, sets out to save the massive online virtual world of the Oasis in Ready Player One.
A real gunter would risk everything to save the Oasis from IOI.
Soon afterwards, Olivia's popularity surged, even garnering an IMDb Star Meter Award in 2018.
Thank you, IMDb fans. I don't think I've ever surged in anything, so this is really lovely.
Following her performance as a witty, manipulative gold digger in Vanity Fair, Olivia found success in low-key indie films, especially as Lou, a heavy metal singer trying her best to help her boyfriend after his sudden hearing loss in the Oscar-winning drama Sound of Metal.
You don't want to be here?
Of course I do.
Olivia even joined the not-so-glamorous world of espionage in Apple TV Plus's Slow Horses.
But then, as we've established, I am better at surveillance than you.
After mastering BBC period dramas, breaking through with American television, and headlining blockbuster films and TV shows, Olivia Cooke has all the makings of a versatile leading woman who will only continue to bring authenticity to her work.